after, or maybe it was before. Do you recall Mel Hype The Awakening?
Oh yeah, I remember
That
that.
that
That
was
was a So there's like mixed feelings on that. A lot of people were upset at Mel Hype, and they'll say, "Oh, it was ran terribly," or yeah, they had to they like halfway through the tournament, they stopped it from being double elimination to single elimination, or there was a point at the beginning of the event where they had to kick everybody out because there were so many people that um it was like a fire hazard, because there were so many people in there.
yeah.
And for me, I'm just like, look at this. I'm like so amazing that this is even possible. Like I remember, like I told you before, like when I was playing Melee when I was in like 2005, 2006, 2007. I never thought that some a tournament like that would be possible in Brevard, and the people who did Mel Hype actually made it happen. So instead of being like, oh, it was such a bad event, I try and look at like all the good stuff about it, and then for all the bad stuff, I'm like, it was a learning experience. I mean, they didn't make it suck on purpose for the people
Yeah,
who thought that
yeah.
it sucked. It was just a learning experience. But for me, I was like just so blown away by the amount of people that showed up for a Brevard tournament, and again, like back to the whole community thing. It's like friends from Brevard, friends from Vero and IRC, friends from CFL were all, they all showed up, and it was, I don't know, I thought it was a good time personally.
Wow, that goes to show for your optimism. Uh, because a lot of people have a lot of bad things to say, and
Oh,
there's gonna be a piece on Mel Hype The Awakening. There will be. I will hunt Ryan down and interview that man for what he has to
oh man,
say about Mel Hype The Awakening. That was, I mean, I this was January, I believe. Mel Hype The Awakening. It was a
I think
January,
so.
probably the
It was
year
at the
before
beginning of
you
the year.
left, and it just
I just,
yeah, it was not the best event of all time, but I like your
oh yeah,
optimism towards it. I didn't think about it like that. The way I thought about it was like, oh well, there goes BCM, or not. They're not BCM, but like there goes like Brevard, Smash Four, and like maybe Melee's reputation. Cause yeah, that was not the event.
oh
But
yeah, definitely. The way that it happened, not a good look. But also, you gotta like for me, I've been to tournaments before where I one of the tournaments I went to, I almost got DQ'd because I tried to use my own controller. So at this venue, it was at a game in the mall, game store in the mall called Extreme Gaming, and they hosted melee tournaments every now and then. And we would go, and these tournaments, you had to use their controller. They gave you a controller to use. You couldn't use your own. And I remember playing. I think I was playing Cobalt and friendlies, and he like convinced me to just use my own controller. And I tried that, and one of the TOs found out that I was using my controller, and he was like, "If I see that again, you're banned." So that happened. There was no pick or ban stages. They picked the stage like every round in the bracket. They picked the stage. They were like, okay, so round one, you play on FD. Okay, you win, you go on to the next round. The next round is going to be played on Pokestad.
oh
That's the level. That's
oh
what I was. So I was like,
oh
it might have been a bad experience, but at least Mel Hype didn't do that nonsense.
yeah.
That's why I have such a positive view. I think because I went to tournaments that I thought were really bad, and Mel Hype
Oh, that
like
sounds like the worst thing ever. Right?
yeah,
You can't use your own controller. Oh my goodness,
yeah,
in 2019. Oh, next Falco in the middle, you can't use your own controller. We're bringing
yeah.
that
You
back,
can't use your
baby.
own
And you're going to
controller.
pokey floats, boy. There's no
Yeah,
That's
pokey
what we're gonna
floats.
do. Yeah, oh man, that is awful.
No
That
money
is
matches.
really no money Oh, don't you dare try to
Yeah, don't
ever
do a money
money
match
match.
there because they'll kick you out too for some reason. So that's what I remember, and that's what I'm comparing Mel Hype to. And I'm like, yeah, Mel Hype was an accident, but they didn't do the stuff on purpose. The
Uh, yeah.
These tournaments, they were like, hey, yeah, we're gonna make people use our controller. That's a great idea. So that's my mentality when I'm thinking about Mel Hype. That's
Yeah.
probably why I have a more optimistic view than a lot of people do on it.
Wow. Yeah, I'm so glad we got to that because that's amazing to hear about that god awful event.
Yeah,
Because That's really cool hearing about, hilarious trash events by people that just probably don't know
Yeah,
any better. That's
people who
good.
are
That's
just like,
good.
hey, that is that's how I won my Wii though. It did
Really?
have a killer prize. You know that Wii in the big TV room where it says Vision on it. I won that Wii at that tournament.
Oh, so you won the event?
I got second place. First and second place was uh Wii. Well, first place was you get a Wii voucher because the Wii wasn't even out at the time.
Oh.
So you got a voucher for the
Oh,
Wii.
so
You
this
get a
is
voucher for the Wii.
like 2006 because
Yeah,
we came out 2007, I believe. Oh, so this
yeah,
is another throwback.
yeah. That was a long time ago. And so the first place was a Wii and a game. Second place was just the Wii, and that's what I got.
Ah, okay.
And
That's really interesting actually. That is actually pretty cool. It was,
yeah,
but you had to go through the hardship of that tournament.
yeah, but it was worth it. And I just got the voucher, and then yeah, eventually later on, Chris and I we drove back to Orlando when the Wii came out, and I cashed in my voucher and took the Wii home.
Wow, yeah, that is amazing. A free Nintendo Wii. That's dope.
Yeah.
And all I had to do was participate in possibly the worst event of all time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.